Hey, welcome to the channel. We're going to do something a little bit different today. I have been scouring YouTube and people just aren't talking about the ARs and BloodStrike like they should. They're giving you tips and tricks, but they're not good. In order to take your shots, you need to know why. You need to know why the bullets are doing what they're doing. It's not hard. And let's get into it. I'm going to use the AK-47 a bit because I have this set up the way that I want it set up. We are all recoil control. This is not my close quarters gun. I can do it, but that's not what it's for. We're going recoil control on everything. This is not ADS. Sorry, this is not CQC, close quarters combat. Let's get into it. I will show you what I'm talking about. I can compare that with like the VSS, an example. Different recoil profile, M4, it doesn't matter. They all have different recoil profiles, but watch this. Test this out for yourself. Don't go out taking shots of the targets to check your recoil. You need to know what it's doing and why it's doing it. So get your boat right up against the concrete barrier there. Point in, and if you are gyro like me, vertical should never be a problem, ever. If you're a finger drag, joystick drag, mouse drag, is not hard to do. You can fix it, but really what we care about is horizontal. What's happening horizontally? Vertically, you can keep that thing on point. But if you look there, it's moving left and right. It wants to. So what's it actually doing? All right, I'm just going to point at it. I'm not going to give it any correction. I'm going to, two things. I'm going to look at the pattern. I'm going to see how many rounds it takes to go from here to here. Those are good lines. You can see those lines. So how many bullets does it take to go from that point to that point? That'll let you know how aggressive the recoil is. Watch this. For me, about 25 rounds, approximately. Do it again. Watch this, though. It will go back to zero by itself. It will go right back to where you started, all by itself. But look at this. Same recoil pattern every time. Nothing changes. It's ridiculous. And that same thing will happen. Let me give you an example here. Let's go with the CAG. I don't have a whole lot of attachments going on, but it doesn't matter. Same thing applies. Here we go. You're going to get the same pattern every flipping time. And you're going to see there the other one, that AK with the attachment nuts I had on it. There were about 25 rounds left, so about 35 rounds it takes to go from there to there. That is a lot of rounds, which means it's not pulling very hard. This one, it's more. So anyway, back to it. I could show you VSS. I've been testing out using it. It has an SMG, so I've got the rapid fire magazine on it. If you watch it, here we go. That's not a good example. Here we go. Let's do that. You're gonna get the same dang pattern. Same dang pattern. I didn't start in the right spot, but you're gonna get the same dang pattern. What does that mean for taking shots? Let me show you. This is gonna be. It's probably gonna be a little bit better showing you shots. Let's go ahead and bring those optics up. Let's go 3 times. I'm just going to leave a 20 round mag on it because that is a little more real world. Alright, so with this, you can tell what ends up happening. It likes to go to the left first and then deviates back to the right. And then it goes back to the left. Now you can control vertical. It's horizontal that's going to kill you. It's the left and right movement that you cannot control that's going to get you. So what happens when you fire the target out there? If I go straight at him, it's going to go to the left. It's going to go to the left, and you're going to fight that left, and it's going to make you miss all your shots. So how do you beat it? Oh, you know it's going to go to the left. So let the first bullet, just let it ride. Just let it go. You know it's not going to hit, but that's not the first bullet's job. The first bullet is to start that process. So you go to the right. You know you got to drag up a little. So go belt line. And now you're hitting your shots. Show you the difference here. You're hitting your shots. You're missing some because you don't have control over left or right. If I start on him, I'm fighting him, and I'm not going to win. I know what I'm doing. Totally different. Totally different. That works with everything. So also here, I've been working this thing as, this is all hip fire. This is not made for distance. That's not what this VSS is made for. My AK, this is made for distance. That's all it does. And I know what it's gonna do, but I also know there's not a lot of left-right deviation. It's on. And the reason being, the difference is, show you the difference here. This is my close quarters. Close quarters is not made. It's not made for recoil control so much. A little bit here and there, because this is a 7.62 gun, so it's gonna have some punch. But that is not tight like the other one. Doable, but it's not tight. But you can still get it. You're gonna get that left-right deviation. Difference is, on point. On point. Nothing to it. You can control. So the attachments do matter. If you're going close quarters, you definitely want to be doing ADS. Hip fire is fine, but honestly, ARs are not made for hip fire. You want that to scope in quick, and you want to hit your shots if you're going close quarters with an AR. But an AR's job is not close quarters. That's SMGs. Maybe the VSS if you kit it out right. Anyway, that is about that. Pay attention. Get your butt up here. Take a look at your favorite gun. And just start seeing what it does. Don't try to pull down. Let the bullets spread out the way they're going to spread out. They're going to do the same thing over and over. And you can deal with it. You can deal with it. You can figure out what you need to do with those things. All you got to do is know where those bullets are going to start, and you can learn exactly how to control it. Start the belt line. That was bad. Start the belt line. And give it to you. Now, I am not going to rock out any VSS footage, because honestly, I'm still working on it. And I don't even know if it's going to be viable. But the AK is viable. Tag's viable. Just got to know what you're doing. Anyway, that will do it for that. Drop a like, subscribe. I will have more stuff on the SMGs. I'll have more stuff on the snipers, including the bow. There are mechanics that people just aren't talking about, and it's not too tough. Anyway, I'm going to finish this out with some gameplay so you can see what it actually looks like in the real world. Oh, one last thing. If you wanted to gate the left from right, the mechanics of BloodStrike is different. If you are moving, strafing, tracking a left to right target, that left to right recoil will disappear. It will go away. And you'll be just dealing with your horizontal. Example here. I'm just going to strafe, take my shots. It is not going to do nearly as much left to right movement because I am already moving left to right myself. It's going to do some. So, all that to say, it'll help. If they're tracking left or right, it will help to take shots at them while they're moving or even while you're moving. But crouching, standing, does not matter. Recoil stays the same. Crouching. standing, it's the same. It's not like PUBG, where you crouch and you get better recoil control, and you lay down and go prone and you get better recoil control. Crouching, standing is the same thing. Crouching, the benefit here on BloodStrike is it just makes your profile smaller. You're not a big, tall stick to shoot at. You're a much smaller blob to shoot at. So strafe, you should be able to handle strafing just fine. Strafing, crouching, standing, it pretty much all plays the same. I suspect BloodStrike, the developers will, as this game progresses, they'll probably make it tougher. They'll probably lean into the game engine and start coming out with, you know, randomized patterns and things like that. But right now, we're kind of back. I mean, shoot, back in the 2000s, when PC first-person shooters were really starting to hit some strides, this is kind of what they looked like. Patterns were all the same. You went to a wall, you shot your favorite guns at the wall, you watched the pattern, and then you just adjusted to what you see. So do that. Anyway, I'm going to push out with some gameplay.
Here. Enemy detected. The safe zone is shifting. Watch out for grenade! Reloading!
Alright. We got one more. So done.